Hi guys, it's Mark Zickrey, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zickrey of Space Command, and I'm here to give you a Space Command update of where we're headed and where we've been and all that stuff. Things are great. Things are going very excitingly. First off, the Nichelle Nichols shoot went wonderfully. She was terrific. We got the scene and the camera. We're going to be editing it over the next week or two. Sharing it with you. It was a dream come true. She was amazing. And at the end when we were leaving, she said, "Thank you for gracing my home." I mean, just what an amazing woman. Really, really phenomenal. And I got to show her my Star Trek album that I kept when I was a kid when I met her, and showed her the photo she had signed to me and at the time, and the letter she'd written me, and it was just great to come full circle and have her in my space show. is really great. So now here's where we are right now. As you know, we've put the first hour out on Mr. Sci-Fi. We're refining the visual effects. We're going to be sending that out in a more completed version very soon. Additionally, I've hired a full-time visual effects artist, the great Justin Gates, very talented young man, and he's going to be moving into the second hour and knocking down all the all the visual effects challenges in that. And then, we'll have the completed 2 hours. We'll send you guys the Blu-rays or DVDs that you've requested with all sorts of great extra features, including I'm planning on doing one that will be a version of, I think, the first half hour or the first hour that shows different visual effects along the way, and the tests we did, and variant approaches and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be really fun. But now moving forward, things are amazing. So here's what's going on. I had dinner last week. Elaine and I had dinner with Doug Jones, our wonderful star in Space Command as well as in Star Trek Discovery, and so we're doing a prequel that's both going to be a graphic novel. We've already done the first 8 pages in the first issue of Space Command Comics. We're going to be doing 4 or 5 issues of Space Command Comics, then bundling the story into a prequel illustrated by Tahani Farr, who's quite wonderful. And at the same time, we're going to be recording an audio play. So I talked to Doug Jones. He'll be in it. Mike Harney's going to be in it. All of our Space Command stars. We recorded Ethan McDowell already, his lines when he was here. We flew him in from Atlanta to do the scene with Nichelle Nichols. Just amazing stuff. And then moving forward, here's what's happening over the next few weeks and months. We're designing with Eric Rodriguez, who's our amazing creature designer. He's also designing the interior of the alien hibernation ship. It's looking spectacular. And so we're launching a Kickstarter campaign and also selling Space Command shares at $7,500 each to get a warehouse, convert it to a soundstage, build the alien hibernation ship, the interior of it, build the creatures, and then July 1st we roll camera on the rest of the 2-hour second Space Command story, Forgiveness. It's a 12-hour season. It's a 2-hour pilot. Forgiveness is 2 hours. Then after that is Great Solar War, then Empire, then Harvester, then Mousetrap. Those are the titles of the 2-hour stories that form the 12-hour season. And then the prequel, a Hopeful Vision. So it's really exciting. So we're launching a Kickstarter campaign in the next couple of weeks. You guys can take part. There's maquettes of the creature available in that campaign. There's going to be just great stuff and walk-on rolls, all sorts of stuff, visits to the set. And you can all be part of it. Meantime, between now and July, we'll be shooting bits and pieces, little scenes with different actors and actresses from our cast, and then we shoot the big 2 hours. The rest of the 2 hours, we've shot 40 minutes of it already, so that the plan is that those who pitch in on the Kickstarter campaign or buy shares will finish the first 40 minutes of the story first, and get that out to you, and then shoot the rest and finish that and get it out to you. So it's going to be an exciting time. Meanwhile, I'm reaching out to more stars to bring them into Space Command. There'll be some very interesting announcements soon, and of course now we can say that Nichelle Nichols is in Space Command, which is very cool. And we'll see lots of adventures coming. Additionally, so the plan is we'll have the radio play prequel, the graphic novel prequel. They're the same story. Then we'll put them together into what's called an animated storyboard, and eventually we'll shoot it as well. But meantime, we're continuing to pitch Space Command to the buyers. But the main thing is we're going to continue forward making Space Command and getting it to you guys. That's our goal. And, so we just continue. It all continues. And the next step is, if you buy shares, if you, pitch in on the Kickstarter campaign, it makes it all that much easier to get stuff done. And let's see what else I've forgotten. Well, I'm going to be at the Atlanta Doctor Who convention screening the first hour of Space Command. We're going to be screening the pilot at those are the dogs. Screening the pilot at the Omni Television Festival here in LA, and also at the Nebula weekend that the Science Fiction Writers of America are holding here in Los Angeles in May. It's going to be an amazing time. If you're at any of those events, come see the pilot on a big screen and come say hi. So that's the main stuff for now. It's really great times and really amazing times. You can buy Space Command merchandise, at various places on the Space Command website or on Mr. Sci-Fi. Subscribe to Mr. Sci-Fi, my science fiction channel on YouTube, so that you can hear regular updates and reviews and all sorts of stuff. And beyond that, I'm teaching a showrunners class where I'm going to have Mark Fergus, one who developed with his partner and runs The Expanse, coming to talk along with Brandon Braga, who is, of course, his executive producer on The Orville. And my plan is to have both of them on a panel and maybe even get Brian Fuller in the mix and talk about creating and running science fiction, space-going shows. And all of us, of course, are indebted to the original Star Trek. So that's some of it. If you want to buy Space Command shares, you can call me at 323-363-1259, and I'm happy to answer questions, send you the paperwork. You can also email me at markzickery@gmail.com. So that's sort of all the news from now. It's extremely exciting. And finally, there's some kids who put on Alien as their high school play in New Jersey, and on next Thursday I'm flying there for their encore performance, and I just wanted to give them encouragement and tell them, how they're on the right track and how they're terrific, and just kind of give them a little boost, and also see if they want to work on Space Command because they've been building spaceships and aliens and spacesuits and all that stuff. But mainly I just want to give them a congratulations and answer all their questions and see how I can help make their dreams come true. So that's about it for now. Mark Zickery in West Hollywood, California, with Rudy and Eve, the two dogs. And actually, let's see if we can get them on camera. Hi guys, let's see if we can. There they are. There's the dogs. There they are. Oh, look at that, those monsters. So we'll talk to you all very, very soon. And thanks for all your encouragement, all your help. It means an enormous amount to me. And we'll keep you in the mix. Bye, guys.